Now take a look at this. This is from, well, this is looking back at the rider, but this is no easy feat right here. It's time for the semifinals of today's wakeboard competition at Seafair. So take a look at the pictures now. They're getting ready, and we'll welcome in Greg Nelson to talk about wakeboarding and how much fun it is. As we saw Richard Thompson, well, he didn't actually have a whole lot of fun, but
Steve,
this wakeboard segment is brought to you by GoPro cameras. GoPro, the world's most versatile camera. Be a hero. GoPro.
Sorry about that, Greg. We had to sell something, and now we've sold it, and now we can talk. By the way, welcome. Thanks for coming back to Seafair for us.
Well, thank you very much. We're really excited to be back here. Right now we've got our semifinals going on, and on the dock is Trevor Maurer and Scott Stewart, two of our Hyperlight team riders.
Now explain as we go along. They are pulled by a pulley system.
Yeah, we have an endless ride cable system pulling these guys back and forth on our course. Right now Scott's doing a frontside board lip up the Bud Light A-frame right there. And right there he just did an air rayleigh, which is basically an air trick. He's loading the line on the cable, and it's allowing him to take that jump. I have a feeling Scott's going to crank in here at the Hyperlight kicker. Here he goes. Whoa.
Wow.
Camera guy could barely even get him in the frame there, but that was a huge Indy glide, which is one of his favorite tricks.
Now the kicker is basically a jump.
Yeah, it's
correct?
Just a
ramp.
Yep, jump ramp. It's about 4 feet tall, 8 feet wide, and it's about a 12-foot takeoff.
So on these semifinals, they're judged on what?
Well, they're judged on creativity, amplitude, and then their style. So if they can fit all three of those components together, they'll advance to the final round.
What kind of speed are we talking about here that the pulley pulls them along, whether they load it up or not?
Yeah, the cable's running about 18 miles an hour, and we actually have a driver. One of the ERC drivers is down there, and he's controlling them. He's actually watching them and then kind of acting as a co-pilot, if you will. And again, Scott just loves cranking in at these kickers. That was a Indy glide to fakie there. So if you noticed on the way down, he landed backwards.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, that was a S-bend right there that he just popped off the lake.
So take a look at as we continue to watch now. This is from the wakeboarder's point of view, I guess.
Yeah, the other day we had the Cairo team out there, and Trevor, they handed him a broom handle with a couple GoPro handles or GoPro cameras on the end of it. So what we're getting here is his point of view as he's going.
It's kind of tough to use a broom handle and hang on to the cable too.
Right. Trevor did a good job, and here he goes live here for the semifinals. Trevor's one of our top Hyperlight riders out of Discovery Bay, California. And right there, that's a half cab Indy back roll that he just did off the Red Bull kicker. And just like Scott did, he just popped an air rayleigh right there at the end of the course. And so the cable basically just stops. He uses his momentum to turn around, and now he's going to come back in, it looks like, for the Bud Light A-frame. That was really cool. That was what we call a front board, and he did a 360 on the way out.
So you don't have to hit every kind of apparatus out there as you're making your run out and coming back, right?
No, and that's why we're giving the guys 2 passes up and back. That gives them the chance to hit both the kickers and the A-frame rail. But it's been a great weekend for us up here. I mean, we love bringing wakeboarding to a crowd this size. You know, this is our 3rd year here, so everybody's used to having the wakeboarders down there, and we did some really cool things. We gave away over 500 kids Hyperlight life jackets over the course of the weekend here to kind of promote water safety and give kids a chance to, you know, enjoy the water, and parents the chance to feel safe about it.
One more time, let's go back and look at the from the GoPro camera standpoint. You just don't get much closer than this.
No, this GoPro is mounted on the board, which is a popular spot. It's a great angle. And what you're looking at there is our Hyperlight system binding. It's a new binding that we developed over the last couple of years, but it's been a huge hit for us.
So as everyone can see, that boot is locked into that board. That is a piece of you.
Yep, you can see him ratcheting down right now. It's the best connection you can get to your board, hands down. And 3 out of the 4 guys in the semifinals here are riding that system boot. I believe, can't see it. Oh, this is Mike Chouini. He's another Northern Californian athlete, and again, one of our top guys. That was a huge hoochie glide that he did off the Red Bull kicker there.
I think I mentioned the last time you were here, the names of these
Yep.
are pretty fun, actually.
Yeah, the names are pretty creative. See, what happened was back in the day, whoever landed the trick first in competition got to name it. And of course, it's a bunch of little kids, and so they kind of got goofy as they did it. And, you know, now we're stuck with some of these names. But a hoochie glide's actually one of the better ones we have. So it looks like Mike is coming in. This is actually a backside approach to the Bud Light A-frame. Did a 270 on there and just straight off. You know, one of the other cool things that we've done this week is we actually got to take a lot of other people riding that weren't part of the competition. We had Duff from Guns N' Roses. He rode with us yesterday, which was pretty fun. And Casey Keller had a few sets in the last couple of days. He's really enjoyed it as well.
And one more time, we'll get a look at it from the GoPro camera.
Yep. So Mike ended his run there, and now we're back to Trevor. This is Trevor Maurer that did all the GoPro work for us the other day. Trevor's actually a really good filmer and editor himself, so he was excited to do this for Cairo.
I just think it's spectacular that you talk about multitasking, to be able to have the camera, hold it, and continue to concentrate on what you're doing as well.
Yeah. So new this year, we invited 12 of the Northwest pros to ride with us, and this is one of them who made the semifinals today. His name is Brendan Lieb. He's out of Bellingham, born and raised. And he's not part of our Hyperlight crew, but we wanted to share this experience with the riders up here in the state of Washington and surrounding areas. Brendan takes a huge cut at that kicker, and just like Scott, does a big Indy glide there.
Big community of wakeboarders up here?
Yeah, we do. The industry is semi-based up here in the state of Washington, so it's got a huge following. And with all the water around here and a great weather weekend like we have, it's just perfect for wakeboarding.
So final pass here for our Northwest entrant.
Yep. Oh. Yep. That was a backside approach, but he did a nice backflip up the rail and then backflip down. Brendan has been smooth and consistent all weekend. It's been really fun to watch him ride.
Well, Greg, we have got to go because we've got boat racing coming up in just a second. We want to thank you, and we've got finals still to come.
Yep, finals are up later. Thank you very much, Steve.
That's Greg Nelson, wakeboarding here on the shores of Lake Washington. Anything in the water on a day like this is fabulous.
This wakeboard segment has been brought to you by GoPro cameras. GoPro, the world's most versatile camera. Be a hero. GoPro.